Background and my degree is in finance. I started off as a controller for one individual nursing home, and as I was working on the finance end of the business, I realized that the receivables process was very antiquated and outdated. And every time I would discuss some different updates, different ideas, reporting, different ideas of how he could automate certain parts of the process. He would always tell me that's work in process. That's work in process. I don't have the capabilities and the staff and the ability to really do that. And he said, if you're willing to help, I'm always willing to accept some good support and some good advice and a hand.
Mr. Bauman moved into the collections and billing end of the business after he noticed the opportunity to grow himself in the system. After a year of working to get the product up and running, they had a cutting-edge program.
So finally the program was developed, and I was working with a software developer, and after I worked with him to develop the program, he's like, I told my other clients that we have this, we've gone off DOS and we have a more sophisticated program, but I've no one to train them. So he said, you did such a great job helping me, getting me to this point. Are you capable of going out and training other clients? So I said, okay, I'll do it.
Mr. Bauman would go into other facilities and train them on how to use the program. He realized that there were a lot of dollars being left on the table and saw an opportunity. On a contingency basis, he started helping companies collect that money.
It was really the opportunity that opened this window for me to start my business. When I saw that most people don't have a good process and most people are leaving a lot of money on the table, I realized that there's an opportunity here to go out there and really provide people with a high level of service that could bring them much better results, which my company currently does. Judaism plays a tremendous role in my life. People think that Judaism is a luxury or is optional. I mean, for me, it's mandatory. If I wouldn't have God in my life and wouldn't know that there's a greater force, or knowing really what's driving me and what gives me the ability, first of all, it helps me know that I'm never alone in anything. And whenever I'm in the most challenging circumstances, I know that I'm going to have the support and have who to turn to and who to lean on. And I'll be honest about it. As much as people want to attribute success to themselves, but I know that whatever abilities I have and any ideas that come to me is only because God really puts that in my mind and gave me the ability. And it also helps you deal with failure. If you fail, you're not blaming yourself. That's really what was deemed to be, and a result of that, it doesn't drag you down. It gives you the ability to move forward.
Mr. Bauman believes that if people were looking out and listening for the signs, pointing them in the right direction, they would realize their calling, their strengths, and know where to focus.
We motivate internally, and I look to build and raw talent and really and perfect that. And when I see someone that has talent, that really could be built and formed. To me, that's a tremendous, it excites me.
Mr. Bauman believes that skill set is even more important than training. Natural talent can be developed, and ultimately, the more a person can do, the more opportunity they and the business have to grow.
I think when people are open-minded and realize that let me invite people into my world so they could teach me how to do what I'm doing better. I think from a owner of a business and from someone who has developed people, I think those are the people that I've seen that have grown successful, because they're welcoming change and they're willing to adapt to change, and that is really, the key to success, is letting go and letting people under you grow and strive and overseeing them, but not being too micromanaging on that.